I've been thinking about you. Yeah, I've been missing you. Where the hell are you? Oh, when I need you.
Hey everyone, it's Jules and welcome back to my channel. In today's look, I'm doing this very fresh mauve subtle cut crease, as you can see here. So if you want to see how I did it, keep on watching. Alrighty guys, so to start the tutorial, I do have my brows filled in already. So I'm just taking my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade medium and my MAC 242 brush, and as you can see, I'm carving out my brows. I'm also going to take it down to my lids, that way I can use it as a primer as well. Starting the eyeshadow, I'm taking my Morphe R37 and I'm blending the shade Moscow Mule from the Sipping Pretty, I think it is, Sipping Pretty palette from Kylie Jenner, and I'm just working that into my crease. To deepen my crease a little bit more, here I'm using my Morphe M513 brush and taking the shade Pregame from the same palette and just working that on my crease. Now going back to the R37 brush by Morphe, I'm taking the shade Tequila Tangerine and I'm just blending out the edges of the shadow just to make everything blended. Here I'm dancing to the music that I'm listening to and chewing gum. Now I'm going into the shade Vanilla on Vanilla, and then with my MAC 242 brush, I'm gonna go ahead and do that subtle cut crease. So I'm basically just packing it on my lid, as you can see here. And you'll see me also take it a little bit higher than my natural crease, just to give it, I guess, give my crease a little bit of an appearance that they're bigger than they are. So that's what I'm doing here. Usually when people cut their crease, they like to use concealer, but in today's look, I wanted it more natural, so I didn't use any concealer. I'm taking a smaller brush. I don't know the number, but it's just a tinier brush, and I'm gonna define that crease a little bit more. So I'm going back to the shade Moscow Mule and just going around the areas that you see in the video right there, right in that area between the lighter shade and the darker shade. Taking an even tinier brush, I'm doing the same thing but with the shade Pregame. And this is just gonna allow that cut crease to show a little bit better, but still looking very natural. Now for eyeliner, I'm taking, there goes Micah barking, but I'm taking my Stila liquid liner in black. I recently got this from my sister as a Christmas gift and she wanted me to try it out, so it actually works really good, Joss. Like, it's super pigmented, it's super easy to use. I like the handle, it reminds me of the same shape as my Maybelline Master Precise, but I think this one is a little bit more liquidy and more pigmented, and I really like it, so thank you, Joss. Here I'm just prepping my lashes for the falsies, so I'm going to go ahead and curl them, and then I'm going to apply some mascara. I'm using my Laura Geller Lash Boss in black. So for my lashes, I actually stacked two different styles. So I used the Salon Perfect lashes in number 615, and I'm also using Cristina lashes in the style Wispy. And I used my favorite glue, which is the Duo, the one in the green bottle. I think it's like a what is it? It's like the green bottle. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I don't know. I'll put a picture on the screen. Also, when I do my falsies, I like to pinch the false lashes to my natural lashes, and that way it looks really natural. Now moving on to the face, I'm using a Sephora stippling brush and I'm applying my primer, which is the MAC Prep and Prime. For foundation, I'm using my MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC40, and I'm using my favorite sponge, which is my Beauty Blender, and I'm just pouncing that onto the skin. So the reason why I like pouncing, or I guess you could say like bouncing it on the skin, is because I feel like it helps like fill in the pores and makes the skin look a lot more flawless. And concealer, I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade medium. But I do want to try Jouer. If any of you guys have tried the Jouer one, please let me know down below. I recently watched a Nikki tutorial and she swears by it, so I'm going to try it out. But for now, I'm using, again, the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade medium, and I put it on all those areas you see here, and I'm going to blend it out with my Beauty Blender. So now I'm going to go ahead and set everything, and I'm using my Maybelline Not the eyeliner. My Maybelline Loose Finishing Powder in the number 20, and I'm going to set all the concealed areas. So now I'm going to just blend everything out, and I'm taking the loose finishing powder all over my face just to set my entire face at this point. I don't like baking for too long because I do have dry skin. So as you can see here, I'm just putting it all over my face. To smoke out the lower lash line, I'm taking a small detailed brush and I'm using the shades Moscow Mule and Pregame, and those are also the shades that I used on my crease. To highlight my inner corner, I'm taking the Kylie and Jordan collab highlighting palette and I'm using the shade Inseparable. That's what we are. Is that a song? Inseparable. I don't know. I'm also going to apply the same mascara as I used on the top, my Laura Geller Lash Boss, and applying it to my lower lashes. I also decided to add some to my top lashes just to mesh the falsies to my natural lashes as much as possible. Now, one of my favorite parts, I'm going to bring some color back into the skin. So I'm taking my NYX Wonderstick in the color Deep Rich, and I'm just taking it on my cheekbones, around my forehead, down on my double chin, some a little bit around my lips, because I don't know if you watch my other tutorials, but I feel like it makes your lips look bigger. So for a little bit while you're doing your makeup, if you can tell after you set it with some loose powder, you kind of look dry and pale. So this is just going to help you look a little bit more warmer and alive, and that's why I like this step, because it basically just brings the look together in my opinion. And the brush I'm using to blend everything is a Real Techniques contouring brush. To blend out everything a little bit more and also warm up the face more, I'm taking my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Tan and I'm going on all the contoured areas. I'm also going to use this to contour my nose as well. To contour my nose, I'm taking this brush that I got from one of my Kylie palettes and I'm just shading in the sides of my nose, as you can see here. I'm also going to take it on the tip of my nose as well. To give my cheeks a little bit more dimension and also make my face look smaller, I'm carving out my cheekbones. I'm using my Maybelline, not Master Precise again, my Maybelline Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 20. And I'm just using my Beauty Blender and I'm following that line. Basically, when you make that kissy face, I follow that line. And I leave it on while I put my blush and highlight. Alrighty, so I'm taking this Sephora blush brush and applying Melba by MAC on the apples of my cheeks. And then for my highlight, I'm taking my Morphe M510 brush. And I'm using the shade, what is it? Best Life. There you go. Best Life from the Kylie and Jordan highlighting palette. Ooh, that looks good. And I'm taking it on the high points of my cheeks. And I'm also going to take it on the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. And to wipe off that bake, I'm going in with this big fluffy brush that I bought from the drugstore a long time ago, so I don't know the name. So any big fluffy brush will do. And I'm taking my FitMe powder in 310. And the reason why I like using a powder with color to it is because I feel like it blends it out really nicely and doesn't leave any harsh lines on your face. I also like to finish off the face by taking it all over and just blending everything out nicely so it looks very seamless and fresh. So now I'm just setting my eyebrows with the Eylure Brow Gel in Clear. As you guys know, I always start with my brows, but I have to end with my brows as well. So I set them with this product, and then I go back into my brow product, which is the ABH Dipbrow in Soft Brown. And I just fill out any of the areas that I feel like still needs a little bit more definition. And I just perfect the brows, and I feel like it just completes the whole entire look. Alright, so moving on to lips, I'm taking my Kylie lip liner in Exposed, and I'm going to fill in my entire lips. I did want to leave my lips matte for this look, but since they're feeling really dry today, I decided to top it off with one of my favorite liquid lip balms that could act also as a gloss, but it's super hydrating. It's the Almay liquid lip balm in the shade Rosy Lipped, and I'm gonna just top it off, and that way my lips get lots of hydration and it looks super fresh. Actually, I ended up liking the glossy lip with this look. I also noticed that my eyelashes or my falsies still kind of showed the glue, so I'm going back with my Stila liquid liner and just covering the lash band as much as I could, because I hate when the glue shows on the lash band. Lastly, I'm just spritzing my skin with some Fix Plus by MAC, and what this is gonna do is it's gonna make the makeup look more like skin and just refresh the entire look. So this is the completed look, you guys. I really love how fresh and pretty this turned out. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial today. Let me know if you like the voiceover. I did it because it was raining when I filmed this and I wanted to listen to music to focus on the makeup part. But like this video down below if you did. Go ahead and subscribe, because I'm going to be filming a lot more beauty related videos for you guys soon. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.